Welcome back to our VideoZing training part 2. In the previous email we discussed how to import or add contacts into the VideoZing system. In this section, this is the fun part. We're going to actually show how to create emails and then use them effectively for any of our marketing. So let's get started. In the previous part 1 video we showed how to get into VideoZing. Now we're at the dashboard, and to create an email you click on the Create Send tab. This takes you to the next page where it shows you all the previous emails that you've created, and to create a new one you just hit Create New and it takes you to this page. This page gives you the option of either using HTML, importing information from a web page, uploading from a file, or to use a template. For advanced users that are more techie savvy and know how to use HTML, these options are available. For everyday use and individuals like me who don't know how to use HTML, I just choose Use a Template. Once you've entered the templates page, you're going to see that there's a lot of different templates to choose from. I usually click on this tab and it brings up the different categories. I usually choose newsletters and I'll demonstrate why. The reasons behind creating an email inside of VideoZing is that number 1, it's more interesting, and number 2, it's more engaging. Not all the templates are mobile enabled. You'll see that by the mobile phone that shows besides each template. I recommend that you choose one that will show easily on a mobile device. I've sorted through the different templates and found one that I particularly like, and it's this one called Mobile Communication. I click on the radio button and then hit Continue. Once inside a template you can become very creative. On the left you're going to see a tab that says My Images. You see Stock Images and Widgets. I typed sports cars up in the search bar up here. I chose this photo and I dragged it into here. If I want to choose a different photograph, I can just grab it right here, drag it right into the photo area, and it'll upload it. If I have a photograph that I've chosen or imported off of a computer that's in My Images, I can do exactly the same thing. Here's one I uploaded from the VideoZing library, for example. I drag it, I drop it, and there it is. The next step is creating text. You're going to notice that in different places on the template you have areas that are editable. For example, company name right here. If you click on that, you can change it, put your company name, your personal name, whatever it is that you want to put as the heading. I went ahead and changed the heading to Core Properties. I centered it and I can change the colors, I can change the font, the size of the font up here in the toolbar like you would do in any text editor. Now that you're ready to customize your email, you go down to the body of the email and you'll notice in this particular template there's different sections. You can delete a section here, you can delete a section here, you can delete a section here. This makes it nice because it allows you to delete sections or add sections, customize it exactly for the look and feel that you want to create to make your email more engaging. For the sake of time, I just want to show what I've created. Over in this left block I created some text. I just want to show you that I have the ability to change the size of the text. For example, I can increase the size there. I can change the font color. Same way here, I can change the font size, change the color again, pick the color I used there, put this font size, do the same thing here. Again, the idea here is that everything you're doing is customizable. The next feature I want to demonstrate is how do you add a video to your email? All you do is go click on the Widgets tab. You see the video icon. You grab it, you pull it up over into your email, and anywhere that there's a blue bar that appears, that's where you can drop that icon. So let's go up to the top and we'll drop the video icon right here. Let's say you're creating this email because you want to send it to a prospect and introduce Social Zing. I went ahead and I changed the wording over here to the left. I made it smaller, and now that I've got the template here, I can add a video. But I want to make it as simple as possible. Like I mentioned, we can delete different sections in this email. So I go through here and I delete this, and now that's all gone, and I've got a more compact email customized the way that I want it. Once I've configured the email exactly the way I want it, I go back up to the template, click on here, and it's going to ask me for a URL to a YouTube video. I've already gone to VideoZing, and that's YouTube/VideoZing, and now I've brought up all the videos by clicking at the VideoZing website, and I found one that I want to use. I'm going to use the product video right here. So I click on there, I click on share, I copy the URL, now I go back up to VideoZing, I paste it right in the bar, and I click update. Now that video is embedded into the email. The next step is probably one of the most important things that you're going to want to remember when creating emails, and that is that you want to go up and click save, so you can name this. For example, we'll just put test, name it, and then save now. That is very important. If you don't save it, then all the work that you created will disappear. You can go up to preview, it'll bring up the email, and you can see exactly what it's going to look like. So there it is. Now let me show you one other feature that I think is actually very important. In every template that you find, you're going to see that there's a place to put your contact information. In this particular template, it's down at the bottom. So I've taken the liberty, I went ahead and I typed Jerry Gallegos, Jerry at Core-Prop, and my phone number. I was able to change the size of the font and the color of the font by going up into the text editor and choosing up here. So I want to mention that's something that you absolutely want to add with every single email that you create. As I mentioned earlier, every time that you edit by adding a photo, text, or a video, you always want to save that work. I added this text at the bottom, so I want to go back up to the top, save it. It's already named. I save over current email, and it saves it, and then I close. So now let's move on to the next step. We hit continue, and I'm going to show you how you actually merge the email with the individuals of whom you're going to send the email. We're not using HTML, so we click continue, goes to this page, we hit continue again. Now this is where you're going to select who you're going to send the email to. Right now it goes to everyone, and there's about 1,000 people in my database. Let's say I just want to send it to members that have opted into my newsletter. So I click on that icon, I click continue, and now I'm ready to put in the subject line. Let's say I'm sending this to a prospect, and we just had a phone conversation, and I had told them I was going to send them a video. I would type in our phone conversation, and that's the subject line. I then click continue, goes to the next page. You can see our phone conversation right in there. I hit continue again, and now I've come to the very end, and this is again extremely important. I've been making changes as I go along, and right up here it says it's not saved. So I want to click on save this email. It comes up with the same name, and I'm going to save over the current email, and it's saved again. As I mentioned earlier, one of the things that we're doing with VideoZing is creating professional emails that can have photos, have good text, and have videos. One of the things that I always do and recommend is that you want to see what it looks like when it's delivered to your recipient. One of the features that this editor allows is that you can go down here, you see it says send a test, you click on here and your information should be there. You click on your name and then you click send a test. If after you looked at the email that was delivered to your email address, if it looks exactly the way you want it, you've edited, you've checked for misspelled words and things of that nature, now you're ready to send it. All you got to do is go to the bottom and click send now. It's going to bring up a window that says, do you want to send it now or do you want to send it later? You can say send it now. If you found some errors or misspelled words, you've got to go back and click on edit the email right over here. You click on edit the email. Now once you do that, it's going to take you right back to the beginning. And let's say that you went and you had a misspelled word right in here. Remember what I told you, that every time you make a change in your editing, you have to click save. So once you've made those corrections, hit save, save over current email, and then close that, and now you're going to go through the entire process all over again. You hit continue, you hit continue. You should already have your subscribers chosen. You hit it's now ready to go, and at the top again it says not yet saved. So you click one last time, save this email, save over current email, go to the bottom, and now that you know that it's been corrected and it's exactly the way you want it, then you click on send now and you're done. The last section that I want to cover in this training video is how do you see reports and whether or not someone has actually read your email. You go over to reports and you click on there. And for example, this morning I sent an email and it says our Monday meeting review. This is two individuals. It's the CEO of a company and the sales director that I sent, and then I CC'd another salesman that gave me this referral. If you go right over here, it'll show you unique viewers. So the two people that I send it to actually have opened it and read the email. That's a unique feature that really helps you in seeing whether or not your emails are even being read. So with that, all I can say is have fun with VideoZing, play around with it, you'll get comfortable, you'll find that it's an invaluable tool that you'll integrate with all the other social media tools that are offered in VideoZing.